Hello and good whatever part of the day it is right now for you who is watching this. I am Seth, and this is a continuation episode of the last thing I coded, which was a dad. I've made some feature improvements, and I would like to show you them. Here in my Rust workspace, we're going to our Rusty Dad directory, and blah blah blah. Yes. Okay. So the first place that I want to show you is let me first tell you what I changed. I made it so that instead of reading in the dad from just hard-coded stuff in the main, I made it so that it will read in from a JSON file. So this JSON file, which though for those of you that don't know, JSON stands for JavaScript Object Notation. I prefer this format over XML. My day job, I do JavaScript and web stuff. Anyway, so yeah, I set up this so I can define a dad in here, and you can even add to it dynamically without having to code anything, such as this joke that I will think up in a little bit. Hold on. How about, dang it, I think of dad jokes all the time, but I should really start writing them down. We'll come back to that in a minute. Anyway, so first, the changes to the actual code. In the TOML file, I needed a few libraries. This is rand from last time to randomly select a joke. And this is Serde, which stands for serialization, deserialization. This is the de facto crate for doing serialization and deserialization. Serializing is when you put an object or some code into a format that can be stored to disk more easily than its current form. In this case, we mostly wanted it for the deserialization, changing an object on disk into actual code again. So here, this is Serde JSON for deserializing JSON, and this is derive. This package is for, let me show you. This package is to annotate your structs, saying yes, this is a struct you want to serialize and deserialize. It does it so it checks it to make sure it's possible. So this is the only change I made in this file. So let's close it. And we'll close that. Let's go through back to main and to get file. So first main. We add the crates so that we can use them through the project, which I guess is more of a no Seth. And then we went and changed it so that we ask where the dad.json file is. I added a custom readline method here, which all it does is it wraps the default stuff into one method call. Here's the code if you want to look at it. If you have questions about it, please ask. I shouldn't say I'm willing. I would actually really love to explain things or learn from you guys, because you don't really learn without, messing up. And if you do know how to do that, please tell me, because then I can mess up less. So here we read in the file. We go into this read dad file method, which is here in the getFile.rs module for our package, our crate. Which most of this code, by the way, I copied from, I think, Rust by example. Either that or it was from a different site. But anyway, I basically copied this and modified it, including the comments, which I didn't bother to remove. So anyway, this is a long way to say I'm reading in the file, whichever one you try and put in, we try and read it in. If it fails, we make our return object equal to an error, since we're returning a result type. Dad if it's an okay result, just a string if it's an error. And then I print out the error of y, which, let me show you a good example of this. So if I say run and I give it a garbage directory, it will tell me what the error it returned. This is good for me as a developer, bad if I released this as a package. You generally don't want to let your clients know everything that screws up in your code. Anyway, I digress. So we do that. If it's good and the serialization is also good, then it becomes okay. And then we return it. So that's all with that file. So here is, if it's okay, if it's an error, we just say ah crap and then print out whatever the error was returned. Otherwise, we get to tell dad jokes. So now for the fun part, thinking of our dad joke. You know, dads don't always tell jokes. He's going to tell a limerick. This is one I got from SpongeBob. There once was a man from Peru who dreamed he had eaten his shoe. He awoke with a fright in the middle of the night and found that his dream had come true. Let's add some appropriate breaks. Let's add a new line. Who dreamed he had eaten his shoe? New line. He awoke with a fright in the middle of the night and found that his dream had come true. Okay, so now let's run our code. By the way, when you run the code, since I don't actually want that finished / running stuff here, I'm just going to run our target directly. Target debug rusty dad. So because that JSON file is in our rusty dad directory and I'm in it currently, we can use relative path location and say duddy.json. Yay! And let's try that again. Oh wait, nope, need to run it. Come on, I want that one. Yes, okay. See, it works. You can edit the jokes yourself and things like that. I'm still not using this age thing, but oh well, dads are old sometimes. I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions or, rebuttals or whatever, please feel free to leave a comment and let me know. Thanks and goodbye for now.